Hey there, everybody, to Bebbanburg! Here we go! This is our reaction to The Last Kingdom Season 4 premiere.
You can't start the video without saying it.
Well, I am
Uhtred, son of Uhtred, is back!
I am not Uhtred, son of Uhtred. That is the problem. I do not know if but we do have Uhtred, son of Uhtred, who is now a part of the show as well. We will talk about this kid because I'm not sure if he entirely falls into the whiny kid trope or if he's actually going to end up being like a cool kid, but
Yep.
we'll figure out. There's a lot going on here. We've got political upheaval. We've got, where is Cnut really going? Or is he going nowhere and he just wants to screw over Ethelred? Like, there's so much happening. I think this is a pretty fun premiere episode. It's been a long time since we've had the show.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. I mean, we were really excited to find out that it was coming back for Season 4. As of right now, there is no Season 5, so hopefully we'll see.
Yeah.
The whole story of this season with Bebbanburg and all that is kind of making me a little nervous that there might not be a Season 5 and that they're like, you know what? If this is our last season, we are going to go for it.
Yeah, and we're going to go for it with giving you guys all sorts of insight from this episode. Before we dive in, though, if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. Mm-hmm. Let us start with the introduction because we see Bebbanburg. Yep. And we see Uhtred, who is just, by the way, such a tool. Like, this guy, there's a list of, like, top 5 Last Kingdom people who need to have terrible things happen to them. Uhtred is, like, number 1 or number 2 on the list.
Yeah, Uhtred's uncle is a jerk.
Yeah, he's just, like, up there, losing a lot of his people. But what is his response to losing a lot of his people amidst this battle with the Scots?
Yeah, he's like, let's go get more people. And then to actually have the information come back to be like, nobody wants to come die for you.
Yeah.
Oh, offer them 3 times as much. It doesn't matter, dude. Nobody wants to come fight for you.
This guy does not inspire leadership. This guy just inspires everyone to just boo at him. He is like the Last King version of like the sports commissioner who goes up at the start of the draft and everyone is booing them relentlessly. It's just like, Uhtred, nobody likes you. That's why you're in this position now where you have to offer people gold, and even then they're still like, nope.
Yep, and that's why, we finally have gotten to this point where Uhtred is going to be finally going after this fortress. It has been his birthright. He has been wanting to get it back, trying to get it back. We have watched this journey go on for seasons, so it's going to be very satisfying. I feel that it's going to end up happening, and once it does, it's going to be very satisfying.
I hope it happens soon. Can we at least have, like, Uhtred actually being happy for a period of time? It doesn't seem like that really lasts for long.
Yeah, we always end up every season near the end of it, he's kind of getting screwed over by somebody about something.
Yeah, and he even gets screwed over in this episode, which, big surprise. But I can make a joke here, but I'm going to move along and keep talking about how the... Who had it high on their board that the first scene we would have from Uhtred proper within this season is him and Ethelred having a time together?
I mean, that would have been on my bingo card.
Well, here they are, and now Uhtred's got himself a new source of information, a new source of other things, and their relationship is progressing along.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a relationship that I think a lot of people have been rooting for over the years. I'd been kind of rooting for Hild a little bit, and I know that was never really going to happen. But a couple seasons ago, there felt like there might be just a little something. There's just a little chemistry there, so it was nice to see her back, too.
Yeah, and it seems like Ethelred is in the pole position to be the Uhtred love interest, but it's... Yep. It's a little bit hard when you consider her marriage, when you consider the problems that could come along with this. I mean, let's not pretend that Ethelred is really, perfect husband material here either.
Yeah, he's awful.
Yeah, he's awful. He's
There's
busy.
A lot of awful people on the show, but he is really awful.
He is really, really in strong contention at the moment with Uhtred as the person who most needs to be killed.
Yeah.
And he is currently... I don't know why. I kind of enjoy the whole, right now, the Ethelred being hoodwinked storyline that seems to be going on, where it is
Yeah, which is like going to be the second time that this has really happened, because his other right-hand man has been helping Athelflaed for, last season, this season. Obviously, he's not really around as much to be helping as much with Athelred anymore. Now we've got these siblings here that are doing the same thing.
Yeah, he seems to think that, okay, Edith, he can win over Edith. He feels all right about that. And Edith is kind of like, nope, I'm not interested really in this. I gotta keep them wanting more.
Yep.
And then she's got, her brother, I think it's Erdwulf would be how you pronounce it. And he's
already offered up the cookie and said they got the big no.
No, he really must have been trying to like fancy himself like the Loras Tyrell of this show to some degree.
Yeah.
And it is not exactly working because, as it turns out, Athelred is not Renly Baratheon.
No.
I'm curious to see this dynamic sort of play out, though, because I think we know Athelred can be manipulated.
Yeah, he can. We've seen that happen.
And we're kind of even seeing it happen right now because he seems to think that Cnut is off doing whatever somewhere else.
Yeah, and he's not. So he's been fed bad information, which is awesome for us as viewers.
Yes.
That Cnut is going to be going off to Ireland to help his cousin when really that is not what is happening at all. So, they're getting ready to mobilize.
And I love Heston's involvement in this because the Heston-Cnut bromance, or as I like to call it, the Beard Brothers, these guys, they gotta stick together. They gotta help each other.
Yeah, Heston's a little weasel, but it is nice that he's not really being a weasel right now.
He's a fun weasel at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not,
it was interesting because I was not sure actually when he was, what are you in this for? Like, why are you feeding us this information? Oh, I don't want to sleep in the dirt anymore. There was a part of me that was like, oh, is this actually happening? Is he actually doing this just for silver? Because he can get that anywhere, and he has. So why now is this more important? It's not like he's really that old to be sleeping in the dirt. So it was good to see that wasn't actually what's happening.
I still think there's a chance that Heston may end up being up to something that is none too great for some of the people on this show we actually like. Yep. But good news, we're not there yet. There are still 9. Well, I don't remember how many episodes exactly there is this season, but there's a lot of season left to go.
I think there are 10.
Okay, I thought maybe there'd be 10. 10 seems right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is going to be, I think, an interesting back and forth there with how much Heston wants to sort of be in the middle.
Yep.
Can we talk about this episode's edition of Let's Screw Over Uhtred? And it comes courtesy of our old pal, I guess he's not even an old, but our pal, the King.
Yeah.
And King Edward, who really just gives him the old goose egg when Uhtred comes and is just sort of like, can you help me out after everything that I have done for your father?
Yeah, and Alfred kind of screwed him over too, so it's not really that surprising that Edward's also kind of screwing him over, but it looks like he's got someone in his ear that's really very heavily leading him. So, it's kind of where we are with him right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like he's really altogether interested in listening to Elspeth at all. Like, his mother is just being said, no, I don't. He's like the rebellious teenager who's like, Mother, I don't need you anymore.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that is really his own feeling on it. Like, okay, you know what? I need to be the king that stands on my own rather than the king that's holding on to my mom's apron still, kind of that feeling. Or if he's really been being led by this new advisor that's really deep into his ear about stuff, because it is like watching an episode of Big Brother where every single time she comes into the room, everybody stops talking.
I feel kind of bad for her in a way, because now she's just like wandering around, doesn't have any influence, doesn't have a purpose.
Yeah, watching all of Alfred's like books and scrolls and things being like just taken down, because I was like, oh, now this is going to be like a war room, and this isn't as important anymore, and sort of that idea where she's just like, well, no one's really going to be writing our chronicles anymore. Now we need 20 men here to do this.
Yeah.
It was sad. So it was nice when she was kind of like, can you just please bring that to my room? Like, it's not gonna get all burned up. It's still gonna be there, but it was sad.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs right now there, and I think a lot of these stories will eventually sort of converge on each other in some interesting ways, but I mean, right now, one of the big highlights here is, while Uhtred may not get his hundreds of soldiers that he was hoping, so I love that every soldier that was added to Uhtred's list, it was like, first it was, oh, I can take this in a short, then it was like, oh, I can take this in a day.
Yep.
I wish he had made it further, and I wish he was like, if you give me 400 soldiers, I can take this in 2 minutes. I can speed run the Bebbanburg battle.
But instead, he has Bianca.
Yeah.
And, they've had a long relationship. They are so loyal to each other. And I know that, like, yeah, he's not the young man he once was. But there is something about sort of building up that morale and having sort of that, hey, we can all do this, and having that feeling. And I know Bianca's gone through a lot, and he's lost a lot last season. So, I mean, this is going to be good for him too. He is someone who will be able to kind of bring that up. Uhtred can also bring it up. When they're together, though, I mean, it really brings everybody up. So I was very happy to see him coming out of the gates being like, do you have room for one more? I was like, yes, this is great.
Maybe this is the real bromance of the Last Kingdom.
It so is.
Maybe it is the Bianca and Uhtred, and Bianca can maybe be there as sort of maybe he is like the go-between between Uhtred and young Uhtred, and maybe that will help things, because young Uhtred right now is just sort of like, I'm with the church, I don't want anything to do with you, why am I here?
The thing that I really like about this show, and I'm a big Vikings fan, so I mean, I'm really into all of these types of shows that are all kind of about this time period. But the thing that this show does differently that I really like is the humor in it, and that whole idea
where you're going with this.
That they're like, he hasn't seen his son in so long that he doesn't even know that when he's bringing out this horse, I have a gift for you. He's so excited, and then you bring out this horse, and it's like a tiny pony, and his son is just like, really? This is what you're trying to win me over with this? And he's just like, well,
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Last time I saw you, you were like, meh, meh, meh.
Uhtred,
don't worry, we'll get you a better horse later. I was dying.
I really wanted them to have taken a footage of young Uhtred wandering around on this tiny horse. It was kind of ridiculous, but yeah, it was a fun moment. I think it is perfectly emblematic of the relationship between those two right now.
Yeah, and I'm really curious to see how it's going to unfold, because like that scene at the end where he's talking to his son, and his son's just like, this doesn't feel like I'm moving towards a new life. This feels like penance kind of thing. And he said to him, I have been where you are. I have been the person who's been taken from one place and put into a completely different environment. Like, I'm going to be able to help you get through this. Like, it's going to be okay. I was like, yeah, it is going to be okay. I feel like it's going to be okay.
Is it?
I don't know.
You guys...
Bianca's there, so maybe.
Bianca can fix anything. We better hope somebody's going to fix something. You people are all on a boat going to Bebbanburg right now. You don't know what's going to necessarily await you there.
Yeah.
I think that's the interesting thing. We're only an episode in. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be on this boat for like the next 8 episodes of this season.
Yeah, when I saw that it was like right away, beginning of the season, we're going straight to the fortress. We're going to like, watch them take it back, or that idea that they're like, this is happening so early. I mean, obviously it just feels like, are they really going to be able to take it this early, and then maybe the second half of the season we're going to be moving into something else?
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be, after so long of wanting and waiting to see Uhtred be able to try take this back, I didn't think we were going to see it kind of so quickly, where it's kind of like, okay, he's got 40 dudes left. Nobody wants to come help him with anything. This is the time. Let's go over with this boat, and we'll just, take it over.
Here, I guess, this would be my fear. Uhtred takes it back, and then in comes Athel, and here comes Athelred, because Athelred is doing, he wants to get all the St. Oswald stuff, as I want to call it, and he wants the heart, and is this going to be another battle? Is this going to be another problem? No matter what sort of inside sources Uhtred may have, I don't think inside sources are going to be a substitute for enough people to actually fight.
Yeah, and it seems like the Scots have interest as well in this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm kind of wondering if we're going to be in a situation where, Uhtred's going to get there at the same time that maybe the Scots are also getting there, and everybody's going to be in this sort of three-way battle, and that's not going to really turn out quite the way that he's hoping it's going to be.
I'll say this overall, though. I freaking love this premiere because
It was fun.
It was fun, and it takes you a little bit to still, like, even in my head now, I'm like, oh, Athel this, or Athel, like, there's so many names that are hard to keep track of sometimes, but then it was sort of like 40 minutes within this episode, then I was all of a sudden just like, with, like, everything that was going on, so anytime you can do that during The Last Kingdom, I think you're in a good place.
They did a really good job, too, of sort of bringing back some of those touchstones, like Bianca, like Hild, like all those familiar faces that you're like, yeah, man, I've been waiting so long for this show to come back, and now it's back, and the gang's all here.
Let's have some fun. Let's see some more action. I'm sure somebody will get killed, and I'll be sad about that later, but that's fine. We're only one episode in. Everything is innocent now. So, with that in mind, what did you guys think about The Last Kingdom Season 4 premiere? Let us know in the comments, and if you did like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and support us further by checking the link in the description to the store, and we'll see you here next time.